Good morning, everyone. This video is for my students at St. Mary's School from first, second, and third grade because I know that they would like to review some concepts and I am going to post it in my channel. So this is for you guys, but if you are from anywhere around the world and you're watching this video, you are my student and welcome to my class. Now, today I am going to make for you. I'm going to show you how to do a landscape with mountains in the back. And also I want to portray the beautiful trees that we can see in Panama during dry season. They are very colorful and very beautiful. They are guayacanes, they are jacarandas, they are oak trees. And I don't know the name in English, but acacias is the name in Spanish. And each of them have very different colors. So let's start working with our project today. And I am going to change the camera right here. There you go. Now you can see my paper. Now the first thing I am going to do is to locate the center of my paper. I am going to work in a horizontal format. Let me show you. This is vertical format, and it is normally used for portraits and sometimes for still life. But landscapes, most of the times, I'm saying most of the times, there might be exceptions, but most of the times we do them in horizontal format. So the first thing I am going to do is to locate the center of my paper by folding my paper in half. Like this, right? And then I unfold it. I am going to put some tape in here so my paper is fixed and I don't have problem with the air or the wind. All right, what am I going to do first? Remember that you guys are going to work with pencil and I am going to work with marker because I need you to see the lines that I'm making. So the first thing I am going to do is to make the line in the folding of my paper. This is the horizon line. This is the line that you see when you go to the ocean, and when you look at the ocean and you see the sky get together with the ocean, this is the line. This is called the horizon line. Now, the first thing I am going to do are some mountains. They are irregular. They're just irregular lines that go up and down, up and down. I don't want you to do triangles. They are not mountains. These are the mountains. Okay, you see? Irregular lines in the back of your drawing. In here, I am going to put a beautiful sun. If you think that you cannot make this circle, you can use a lid. You can use something like this. You do this and you use it as a template. Any lid will work. And also I am going to make some clouds. Clouds are like this. They are a little bit long sometimes, irregular lines. And you can see that in nature, we have a lot of irregular lines. They have a secret geometry, but at the naked eye, they just look like irregular lines. So these are my clouds. This is the sky. Now I am going to do some grass in here. I am going to put zigzag lines, irregular zigzag lines to make grass. I can do another irregular line right here. Zigzag lines. So these are all the lines that we have studied so far. We have curved lines, we have horizontal lines, we have zigzag lines, and so forth. Now, what am I going to do? I am going to do my trees, the stars of my composition. And here I am going to put an irregular vertical line like this, another irregular vertical line like this. I am going to do diagonal, diagonal. In the center, I am going to make a V and irregular lines to do the foliage of my tree. Summer tree, dry season tree. Now, there are some lines that I don't need anymore. I am going to erase them. I am going to use this. In Panama, we call it liquid paper. Just like this in English. We speak Spanish here, but I'm practicing my English and my students are also practicing the English language. But in Panama, we call it liquid paper as it is in English, liquid paper. And here, this line, I don't need it anymore. So this is my first tree, and it is coming from the second line that I made. I am going to do the next tree right here. I am going to make 4 because there are 4 different type of trees that blossom in Panama City during dry season. Diagonal, V in the center. Right here. And of course, I am going to erase the lines that I don't need anymore. I am going to erase this line. I am going to erase this line over here. And in here too. I am going to make the other tree. The other tree, I am going to do it coming out from the first line that I made. And it is going to be a little bit smaller because I want it to look that is a little bit far away. So I am going to do diagonal, diagonal, V, and the foliage is going to be a little bit smaller because it looks that is a little bit far away. And you can play with the sizes in your composition. If it is far away, it is going to be smaller. If it is close by, it's going to be a little bit bigger. And I'm going to do my 4th tree in here. In here, vertical line, diagonal, diagonal, V in the center, and the foliage right here. Isn't this neat? Very easy, fast composition right here. Okay, I am going to start painting, but first, I want to share with you an image that I found in the internet. This one. This image, I found it in the internet and shows you the colors that we're going to use. We're going to use a very light blue here, normal blue in here, and different type of greens in the front. So this is an example of what we can do with our colors. Now, I am going to start painting from top to bottom. And the first color is going to be, as I said, a very light sky blue. I'm going to use this color. This is white. There you go. Now, white. And I have blue right here. Now I am going to start mixing. Always you have the light color first, and then you add the darkest color in the combination to the light color. That way you can control the amount of dark color that you're going to put in your combination. And this is the value of blue that I want. It's a blue in a very high value. That's the artistic name, but just call it sky blue or light blue. It's fine. And then you go like this. This is the fun part of the composition. It's not that I don't like to draw. I like to draw. But painting adds color to your world. This is the color I wanted. Very beautiful sky blue. During the dry season in April. Normally in Panama, we have dry season in January, February, and March. And in March, all the trees blossom in a very beautiful carnival of colors. We have pink trees, We have purple trees, we have yellow trees, and even red trees. And that's what we're going to do in our project. Amazing, colorful trees. It doesn't rain as much as it does during the rest of the months in the year. And people make the best out of their times and they go to the beach, they go to the river. I'm staying at home. I want a quiet time with my art. But normally people go out during the dry season. And I finished painting the sky. Isn't this pretty? Now the sun, you can paint it either with yellow or you can paint it with orange. It will be your decision. I will leave it to your decision. Now, if you see uneven colors, that's fine, because when the paint gets dry, they will get even. The colors will get even and beautiful. And if you don't like the color you have, you can always make another layer of color. Now, the next step is the mountains. I am going to paint them in pure blue. I can use the blue from the jar, like this. And as I showed you, the, the mountains, when you see them from a very far away distance, they look blue. In Panama, we have mountains that are very close by, and they might look a little bit brown during the dry season. They might look green during rainy season. But if you go to the highlands of the country, in the west side of the country, you will see beautiful, tall, blue mountains. They are so amazing. And the only visible volcano we have is in the highlands. It is called Volcan Baru, and he looks very blue in the mornings. So this is the blue I'm using in my composition. Some of my students already did this project, but we never get to the point that we painted the trees. I am going to paint the trees in this video. And the students who haven't painted the trees, wait for the next class so that I can give you even more instructions. It's not the same in a video. Both of them are fun. In a video, you can stop, you can paint, and you can keep watching it. But if you are with me during the class, it is more fun. We can talk about life. We can talk about your pets, and it is so much fun. Now, the next color or the next part of my landscape that I'm going to paint is this part over here, is the background of the trees. And I am going to mix blue with just a little bit of yellow because I want to make a blue-green. I already have blue here, and I am going to put a little bit of yellow. If you already have green in a bottle, you can mix your green with blue and you will get a beautiful blue green. And this is the green I'm looking for. It's a very deep forest green. A little bit more blue. And notice that I mixed only a little bit of yellow with a lot of blue. This is the green I want. Now remember that the poster colors they get lighter as they get dry. Look at the blue. At the beginning, it looked very dark, but now it's lighter. And it is going to be the same with this color. So don't worry if you find it too dark. It is going to get a little bit lighter. That situation you don't have with acrylics. Acrylics, they look the same when they get dry. So you can give it a try. But I prefer my students to use poster colors because if they stain their clothes, it is easier to take it off. You can use any light product or soap, detergent, and it will come off very easy. And this is the background for my trees. Look at this beautiful blue-green. If you put white to this color, you're going to get a very nice ocean green. And then we can paint a landscape in the ocean. That could be a very good project, don't you think? I am going to prepare that project for following classes. So this is it. I am painting, painting, painting. I think this is so much fun. We should paint every day. Every day we should do a project. My cat wanted to help me, and I had to shut the door of my studio because he tends to drink the water where I clean my paintbrushes. And that is not going to happen today. So, okay, this is the second layer of color. Notice that in here is getting dry, is getting lighter over here. So that's the color that you're going to get. Now, what am I going to do next? In here, I am going to paint in a happier green. I am going to add more yellow to my combination because it's getting closer to the viewer. I am going to put more yellow. I'm running out of yellow. I think I will have to go shopping. And that's my second favorite activity. The first one is painting. The second one is drawing. And the third one is shop for art materials. Now I am going to get some of this green that I had over here, and I am going to mix it with the yellow. And look at the happy, beautiful green that I'm getting here. And that's going to be the next layer of color right here. I am doing this. Now, if you have a finer paintbrush, you can use it. Take your time. Nobody's rushing you. If you get tired and you don't want to keep working, that's okay. You just stop, clean up your work area, and you can keep working next class or next day if you're at home. That is fine. You cannot get stressed over your projects. This should be a natural process. And if you get tired, you have to sleep. That's the natural order of life. When you are energetic, you should work. When you're tired, you should sleep. And this is my next layer of color. Now, for the next layer, I am going to put even more yellow. The closer you get to the viewer, in this case you, the more yellow you have to add to your green. More yellow. And look at this. Isn't this a beautiful green? And I am going to paint this part in this beautiful green. I should have put a little bit more yellow, but I think this is okay. Besides, I am running out of yellow. I will go shopping. And then I will see paintbrushes and I will see color pencils, even though I have color pencils. You know what I need? Crayons. I love crayons. And I keep painting like this. Now, if you have bottles with different type of greens, you go ahead and use them. But the organization you need is the darker color in the back, the lightest, happier colors at the front. Right? And that's the background of my work. Now, I am going to work in the trees. If you are my student at St. Mary's and you are at this point, stop because we're going to finish next class. If you are not my student, then you can keep working on this because the next part is going to be awesome. The first tree is going to be a guayacán, this one. So I am going to use the yellow that is almost gone. I'm going to use a clean paintbrush and I am going to use the yellow in here. Plain yellow. Like this. And I also am going to teach you how to make brown out of the primary colors. This is a guayacán. Guayacán tree. I don't know the name in English. But I think in Spanish is more poetic. Guayacán. Now the next one is going to be an oak tree. In Panama, what we call oak, I think is roble. The blooms or the flowers are pink. So I am going to make a pink and they can be very intense pink all the way to almost white pink. So I am going to make a medium pink here. Use another clean paintbrush to get my white out of my jar. And I am going to put here. I think I want it a little bit more intense. Or like this. Which one? I think this one. This one is so cute. And it looks very dry season in Panama. Beautiful pink. Now, as I told you, you take your time. I'm working very fast because my video shouldn't be so long. But you take the time that you need. Now, the next one is going to be purple. I am going to add a little bit of blue in this pink. And I am going to get another paintbrush only for the blue. I'm going to add a little bit. And look at this purple, it's so beautiful. Blue and pink, and this is the result. And I am going to paint my jacaranda with this beautiful purple. The last one is going to be an acacia tree, and the flowers are red. So I am going to paint red from the jar. Look at these trees. They look very like dry season. Dry season is a very happy time in Panama. You go to the ocean. I already said that. You go visit your family. You have fun. Barbecues outdoors. Now I have my 4 trees. Now I need to make brown to make the trunks of the trees. To make brown, my favorite combination is orange and blue. But there are other combinations. You can mix yellow and purple. You can mix green and red. But I like very much orange and blue. I don't know why. It's perhaps that I love orange. It's a very unique and symbolic color. And I put some red to make orange. It's a very deep, interesting orange. Now I am going to put a little bit of blue in my combination. And here I am. I have my brown. I'm going to put brown in here. Brown in here. In here. And in the branches too. Isn't this an adorable composition? Now, I am going to give you a surprise. I am going to teach you how to make shadows in the foliage of the trees. Let me clean this up. You are going to make shadows by mixing your color with brown. I need to fix this line. There you go. Now, if I have red and I put a little bit of brown, I am going to make a darker shade of red, and I can put some touches in here to do the shadows of the tree. I can put a little bit more blue in my combination to make a deeper shadow. Mix it with red. And now this you do only if you feel like. If you're not sure about the result, well, don't do it. This is just for fun. And now I am going to do the same with the purple. I have the purple here, and I am going to mix it with the brown that I made in here, just to get a deeper color in here. Now remember, wait until it gets dry to make your conclusions. Let's do with the pink. Where is the pink that I used? Oh, I mix it in here. It doesn't matter. I have it in here. And I am going to put some shadows in here. Not so much. In here too. And I am going to do the same with the yellow. With a little bit of brown. I am going to do this. Just some shadows. There you go. Now it is getting dry. I wish you could see it when it is dry. Now, with your marker, if you want to, you can outline these lines over here. Ah, the sun. I need to paint the sun. I am going to put yellow. Yellow in here. There you go. I am going to fix a little bit this part over here. This is so much fun. Right? Now, this is it. I hope you liked this project. You can try it at home. I'm going to switch the camera to say goodbye. Right here. Thank you so much for being in my classroom, in my studio, and I'll see you next class. Bye-bye. I love you.